Caitlin Clark trolls Lynx coach with savage timeout gesture. During Tuesday's season finale between the Indiana Fever and the Minnesota Lynx, Caitlin Clark, the Fever's star guard, taunted Lynx coach Cheryl Reeve with a fun gesture to call a timeout after a 10-0 run by Indy. Clark showed off her gift for getting under opponent's skin, blurring the line between playful and cutthroat. Despite Clark's season being cut short by groin and ankle injuries, limiting her to just 13 games, the Fever still triumphed over the Lynx, 83-72, without their phenom guard. The injury news, announced Thursday alongside the NFL's season kickoff, slipped under the radar for many, yet even sidelined, Clark remains the WNBA's most headline-grabbing star. The Fever's win showcased their resilience, but Clark's absence for 27 games this season has undeniably sunk WNBA ratings, as predicted by many, including some of us here at Outkick. Since Clark's injury, Fever games on NBA TV have averaged just 357,000 viewers, down from over 600,000 when she played. Read, Caitlin Clark-less Indiana Fever drew its lowest TV viewership of the season. The league's all-in investment in a yet-to-be-consistently profitable model took a hit without its biggest draw. Fans still show up, but Clark's limited presence has left a void. Before the game, a special moment unfolded at Gainbridge Fieldhouse when USWNT legend Brianna Scurry made a cameo, swapping jerseys with Clark in a pregame nod to her impact. Heading into the WNBA postseason, Indiana is projected to secure the 7th seed among the 8 playoff teams. Caitlin Clark may be sidelined, but her influence looms large. As the Fever charge into the playoffs, the WNBA's brightest star is poised to reclaim the spotlight with her sideline appearances, rooting for the Fever to go all the way. The Indiana Fever's season has been full of storylines, rookie brilliance, playoff hopes, and moments that have sent social media into a frenzy. But none sparked more laughter, heated debates, and viral memes than the night Caitlin Clark cheekily trolled the Minnesota Lynx coach with a savage timeout gesture that instantly entered WNBA lore. The setting, Fever versus Lynx. It was supposed to be just another regular season game, the Fever squaring off against a surging Minnesota Lynx team. But the atmosphere inside Gainbridge Fieldhouse felt charged with playoff intensity. Caitlin Clark, already known for her sharp shooting and sharper tongue, was locked in from the opening tip. Her range was limitless that night, 3 after 3 rained down as if she were practicing in an empty gym. The Lynx, clearly rattled, tried to adjust defensively. Head coach Cheryl Reeve stormed the sidelines, calling timeouts at rapid-fire intervals to regroup her players. Each one, however, seemed less effective than the last. Clark would emerge from every break looking more confident, more amused, and more ready to light up the scoreboard. The gesture that shook the internet. Midway through the third quarter, Clark drilled a logo 3 that sent the Fever's bench leaping in celebration. As she backpedaled on defense, she glanced toward the Lynx bench, raised her hands, and mimicked the referee's timeout signal. The message was clear. "Coach, you might want to use another one. You're going to need it." Gasps and laughter rippled through the arena. The Fever's bench erupted, half in disbelief, half in delight. Cameras zoomed in, catching Clark's mischievous grin as she pointed toward the scoreboard, as if to underline her point. Social media exploded within seconds. Clips of the gesture went viral with captions like, "Caitlin Clark just called a timeout for Cheryl Reeve's skull, and this is the WNBA's version of waving the white flag." The fallout on the court. The Lynx players weren't amused. Forward Nafisa Collier shot Clark a glare that could freeze lava. Minnesota responded with an 8-0 run, clearly fueled by Clark's mockery. For a moment, it seemed the rookie's bravado might come back to bite her. But Clark thrives in chaos. With the game hanging in the balance late in the fourth, she once again stepped into a 3 from way beyond the arc swish. The building shook. Clark turned, held up her hands again in the timeout gesture, this time slower, more deliberate, almost cinematic in its delivery. The Fever closed out the game with a double-digit win. Reactions, praise, criticism, and memes. Post-game, opinions split down the middle. Fever head coach Christy Sides tried to brush it off with a smirk. "That's Caitlin. She's competitive, she's fiery, and sometimes she wears that on her sleeve. I'll take her energy any day." The Lynx camp was less forgiving. Cheryl Reeve labeled the gesture disrespectful and suggested that rookies should probably earn a little more before acting like they've seen it all. But fans? Fans had a field day. Memes flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. One side-by-side edit showed Clark signaling timeout on one half of the screen and Michael Jordan's iconic shrug in the '92 finals on the other. Another dubbed it the Clark clapback. Even NBA players chimed in. Patrick Beverley tweeted, "That's cold. I respect it." Damian Lillard responded with laughing emojis and logo range, petty game. The psychology of swagger. What made the gesture so powerful wasn't just the pettiness. It was the psychology. Clark understood that basketball isn't just about X's and O's, it's about mental warfare. By trolling the Lynx coach, she sent a message to the entire league. I'm not just here to play, I'm here to own the stage. Some analysts argued it was a risky move for a rookie still proving herself. But others saw it as the natural extension of Clark's confidence. ESPN's Monica McNutt summed it up best. Caitlin Clark has always played with a chip. This wasn't arrogance, it was theater. And theater is what fans crave. Beyond the court, culture clash. The incident also ignited a broader conversation about showmanship in the WNBA. Some traditionalists insisted Clark's antics were unsportsmanlike, while younger fans celebrated them as refreshing and entertaining. Sports, after all, thrive on personality. The league has long sought crossover appeal, and Clark's flair might be exactly what brings more eyeballs to the game. Think about it: LeBron's chase down blocks, Curry's shimmy, Jordan's tongue wag. These gestures become part of sports mythology. Clark's timeout taunt might just join that pantheon, a signature moment that transcends the box score. Clark responds. When reporters asked Clark about the gesture, she flashed that same mischievous grin from the court. "I was just having fun." Coach Reeve kept calling timeouts, and I thought, why not help her out? Basketball is competitive, but it's also supposed to be fun. If you can't laugh a little, what's the point? That quote only added fuel to the fire. Critics saw it as further proof of arrogance. Fans saw it as unbothered genius. A new rivalry is born. Every great player needs a foil, and Clark may have found hers in the Lynx. Fans are already circling the next Fever Lynx matchup on their calendars. Will the Lynx seek revenge? Will Clark double down with another troll job? The WNBA, undoubtedly, is the real winner. Ticket sales, viewership, and buzz have surged in the wake of moments like this. And with the playoffs looming, the drama feels more alive than ever. The legacy of a gesture. Sports history is often written in gestures as much as in numbers. Allen Iverson stepping over Tyronn Lue, Reggie Miller's choke sign, Kobe's finger to his lips in silencing arenas.